Ever wondered what you'd do when you retired? We decided to buy a little caravan and tour around Europe. It's cheap, it's cheerful, yes, even when it's raining. You see wonderful sights, meet great people, and generally have a damn good time. This year we're doing Italy for 6 weeks, although we wandered over to the French Riviera for the last fortnight. We took a small camcorder along, just for the record.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not quite sure if I got that right, but I think I sound convincing. Phew. Here we are at Vallon Rouge, which is an absolutely lovely campsite in Provence.
It's in the French Riviera.
Yeah, that's right. Phew. You know, I'm supposed to look Italian. Look, I've got the scarf and I've got the shoes. I don't know how they do it, I'm so hot. And yet they wore scarves. I think I shall have to go back to being English. But yes, anyway, so yes, it's a charming site, and the good things are the toilet block is super, plenty of hot water, and yeah, I like it.
Yes, so
but there are no facilities on the site. I mean, there's no sort of supermarket, or you can order bread, and that's fine, unless the campsite reception sell it to someone else, which is what they did to ours this morning. So we're just going to go around, have a look at this beautiful fast river flowing at the bottom of the campsite. Well, it's about, what, 20 yards from where we're camped. It's stunning, and it reminds me very much of the Dordogne, except it's not as wooded and it's not as dark. And so far it seems to be emptier, but mind you, it would be, I suppose, wouldn't it, 1st of June?
The first thing you notice about Vallon Rouge is the steep access road with a tight hairpin bend halfway down. While we were there, a somewhat disgruntled camper told us he'd scraped the side of his caravan negotiating the turn, which seems ironic, as there's a straight access road available that's kept locked. Nevertheless, the facilities offer a range of varied and well-kept chalets, mobile homes and pitches, and the toilets and showers, as we've come to expect, are clean and neat. Oh yes, mustn't forget the pool, of course. There were a high percentage of Brits on this site, and we enjoyed each other's company, especially when it came to sharing tips on saving money. This is Brian and Beryl. It's the camping ASCII, is it?
Yeah.
ASCII, yeah.
So what's different between that and the camping checks?
You don't pay up front for your
Oh yes, I
things,
think I read that.
yeah.
Yes, that's right.
And
Just
there's
you
a
get,
lot more sites.
Pay about £10 for your
Okay.
book and you get your card.
Oh, okay.
And you know,
So do
provided
you do both, or you just
Yes.
do
do
that
both,
one?
we work between the two.
Yeah.
The site is about 1 kilometre from a small town called Col-de-Loup, located within easy reach of Cannes, Nice, Juan-le-Pont, Antibes, Monaco and St-Paul-de-Vence, and about 9 kilometres from the seaside. Finally, as you can see, the site nestles by the banks of a clear river, the Loup, and has a green and shady setting. Anyway, that's enough of that. Time for a bit of sightseeing. St-Paul-de-Vence was founded in the 9th century, and before long Castrum Santo Paulo, the chateau of St. Paul, dominated the entire village. The only surviving part of the castle today, however, is its dungeon. During the second half of the Middle Ages, the region was governed by the Counts of Provence, which in those days was a separate country.
This is the ancient walled town of St-Paul-de-Vence. And there's a tourist information office up here, as we haven't got the rough guide for France, so we'll go and glean some information and we'll know where we're going then. It's quite attractive up there, doesn't it?
She could have asked me, I would have told her. On the 15th of January 1482, a treaty was prepared by Louis XI and Provence's King René, and the union between Provence and France was proclaimed, which is when Saint-Paul became French. Artists have found the area irresistible, and by the early 20th century a host of painters have flocked to Saint-Paul, such as Matisse, Sottine, Chagall, Renoir, Signac and Dufy. Today, St-Paul is still home to many artists and sculptors, and the shops reflect this.
Always an original piece in bronze, and a woman from Switzerland work.
Okay, so how much would this little piece here cost?
The small here is 3,600 euros.
That's good.
Because I say the small here because it exists another one a little bit bigger, you see. The coral.
Oh, yes.
But that one is bigger. It's the piece I'm waiting. She will be here during the day or in the afternoon.
Okay.
But it's late for the morning, so I think she will be here in the afternoon.
Okay. Thank you.
welcome.
Merci beaucoup.
The main industry, of course, is tourists. But if you want to buy something in the shops, be prepared to lose some body parts, such as an arm or a leg. They're horrendously expensive. Still, window shopping is a cheaper alternative, and it's a pleasant way to spend the time.
That, Barbara would be so jealous because I had it. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's the days of the week and little girlies and little pegs. I absolutely love that. It's so French. But it's 99 euros. At today's exchange rates, they're still about £87. Bit of board, little sort of plaster of Paris sort of.
All the prices here are
Very
really over the top.
Well, I've only seen that one. Oh, apart from the sculpture,
I mean, they
which
wanted
was
an A4 size
3,600.
sheet of paper with some funny writing on it about a bloke wanting a good woman with a motorboat.
Oh, for 20 euros.
And I wanted 20 euros for it. I could print that out on my computer for 5p.
But, you know, you're in a real tourist trap here. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful village, but it's premium prices, isn't it? So likely we'll not be having a coffee here. But I did love that canvas plane. That was about 250 euros, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And in a way, because that's sort of so unique, that would almost be worth it. But we're not spending money. We're saving for my birthday dinner.
This is Rue Grande, a former Roman road. A few steps away sits the most famous fountain in France, allegedly. The emblem of the village, it dates from 1850. At that time, natural springs were a great source of rivalry and division. Right up until the 1920s, springs were the cause of many a political fight, as water was needed by the population, animals, farmers for their crops, and washerwomen. Today, however, things are more tranquil, and the surrounding countryside is beautiful.
Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? It's a bit like, what did I say it was like? That Mont Saint-Michel, except sunny. But no, it's prettier actually. And this is a gorgeous little bar, isn't it? And I love the artwork on the walls and the red check tablecloths and the rather rustic-looking furniture. It's not bad. The trouble is the owner or the barman or whoever he is sort of thinks that he should be teaching the English how to speak French. So we just had a little lecture on how to order coffee, which of course we know how to do. But the coffee's good. Not as good as the Italian. But I do like this. I'd like a room like this. This would be lovely, wouldn't it? A little apartment, as long as it's got an upstairs. I mean, this would be a lovely open-plan living room. You could have your kitchen behind the bar. Oh, yes, I wouldn't mind living here.
I wouldn't mind living here either, but I think I'd have to win the lottery first.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't we pass this way? Yes, we did. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, time for a last look round before we head back to the caravan site.
Emmène-moi dedans traduit. Et pas franchine avec la loi. Et poursuivez son cours comme un
Well, I think that's St-Paul, well and truly done.
Well, you don't know. I may want to come back here again. But yeah, it's a lovely little town, isn't it? I'm so pleased I found something exciting in this part of the world because I was rather regretting leaving Lake Garda, especially as we are expecting squally showers today, but never mind. But it is nice and warm. Oh God, you can see the clouds building, can't you? On the Alpes Maritimes. Never mind. But it's been lovely, hasn't it? I've loved walking around here. I mean, it's full of art shops and full of sculpture, and I mean, some of the paintings, you know, paint by numbers and all that sort of stuff. But then there's some real quality other stuff as well. And yes, I like it up here a lot. But it's not cheap, is it? €5.50 for 2 cups of coffee. And we weren't allowed to sit on the terrace, but never mind. In the end, he wasn't bad, was he? But I absolutely love it up here, and I love the way they've positioned this modern sculpture. And I love this modern sculpture here. I think that's lovely. And the views down there are fabulous, aren't they?
Yes, a very pretty town.
Viens, viens, viens. Tu prends en photo.